Starum Sound. Hello everyone, we hope you're having a great summer so far. I know a certain new recommender host who's definitely having a lovely time at the moment, and that's Geoff, who's joining us live from Greece.
Yes, hello listeners, that's right. I'm in Greece on my holidays, enjoying the sun and the food and the culture with my beautiful wife. We've been here a week or so and we've got another week to go. It's been absolutely fantastic. Huge thanks to John Starum for letting us stay in his villa out here. I don't want to be too specific about the location, but it is up on a cliff overlooking the sea and it is stunning. I think the only way it could have been better is if you'd been here with us.
That was the plan, wasn't it, when we first talked about it a couple of months ago, but what can I say? I'm an Olympics freak, and when I saw those with the dates, I knew I'd be watching TV all the time, which would have been a complete waste of the opportunity. But I will try and get over there later in the year, since John gave us an open invitation.
Well, you could have been watching the Olympics in the country where they were born.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't think about that, to be honest. But let's move on to some news. Geoff, people might have expected to see you out and about in your Tray of Sunshine street food van the last couple of months at festivals and so on. Clearly that hasn't been the case. So why don't you give us a bit of an update on that situation?
Yeah, first of all, Tray of Sunshine is alive and well, just in case anyone was worried about that. It is true that there's no street food van, and that's something I was considering announcing in an email to the backers. But actually, I think the new recommender is the best forum to share the news, which is that instead of using the money raised to buy the van, we've chosen to invest it in a retail opportunity for what will become a proper Tray of Sunshine shop/cafe, or cafe/shop. Once again, I've got to thank John Starum. I had a really productive series of conversations with him about the business and what our long-term goals were. And one of them was a retail space, another was hospitality. And his advice was, well, why not combine them and skip the street food van part of the plan entirely? And yeah, I think it was a brilliant bit of advice.
Yeah, agreed. John thinks big, as we know, and the street food van, sensible proposition, probably less risk, but I actually think this is going to be huge for you, Geoff. What you haven't mentioned is probably the most exciting part of this entire development.
Yes, the other big part of this news is the location. And I'm thrilled to say that the Tray of Sunshine store will be part of Starum House. It's going to be a ground floor unit that is accessible to the general public as well as the student residents. So there's a captive audience as well as potential for lots of extra footfall. We've got the plans for the building, of course, so I'm already thinking in terms of how we can use the space. And it's just all really exciting. My wife was a bit anxious about the idea of changing from what we agreed, but now that she's seen the blueprints and the artist's impressions, she's starting to come round to the idea. The construction of Starum House is somewhat in limbo right now, but I completely believe in this project, and I'm happy to put my money into the pot to help raise the funds needed to get Starum House built.
It's a little bit of short-term pain for long-term gain, isn't it? But that is life.
That's right. Speaking of which, I hear the Olympics has been a bit of an inspiration for you on the old fitness front.
It has. Like I say, I'm an Olympics freak. I can't get enough of it. By the time this goes out, it'll be over far too soon, as always. But at the moment, I'm taking it all in, and seeing all these incredible athletes, you can't help but think about your own fitness. And I'm not getting any younger, so I've decided now is the time to do something about it. And I've signed up to a program called Unfit to Ultra, which is what it sounds like. It's a plan to get a non-runner like me to the point where they can run an ultra marathon. And that's what I intend to do sometime next spring. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with the details. It's just something I want to do for myself, and I'm looking forward to getting started.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of our listeners when I say good luck. And I know you're joking about boring us, but I think people would like to hear about how you're getting on.
Yeah, maybe. I'm aware of how fitness types get, but let's see how we get on. Right, we've had a few questions about Starum Sound, what's happening with it, is it still a thing, etc. Yes, it's still a thing. From our perspective, nothing has changed. You'll have heard the ident at the top of the show. We're still a Starum Sound podcast. As a result of the situation with the app and some other stuff, there's been a bit of an exodus of other podcasts. In fact, as of this recording, the new recommender is the only remaining Starum Sound podcast. But we're happy to be here, and I don't foresee the situation changing.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for John, but I know he took it personally. when that product with his name on it failed. It was nothing to do with him, but I could understand that after that he wanted to pull back on the whole enterprise and focus his energy on a project like Starham House instead.
Yeah. So while I don't think Starham Sound is actively looking to add more podcasts to the lineup, since there's no team in place to deal with that kind of thing anymore, if you have got a good idea for a show or something that's already established and you're looking for a new home, by all means, get in touch with us and we can pass that on to the relevant channels. Before we go, Geoff made the suggestion that we do a summer version of our Christmas quickfire questions, and I thought that was a great idea. So let's get to it. Favourite summer tipple? Geoff, I remember in our most recent You Will Recommend, you mentioned liking those pre-mixed cocktails.
Mojitos and Cosmos, yeah. But, seeing as though I'm in Greece, I've been getting in the spirit of things, as it were, and I've become rather partial to an ouzo. A bit of water, plenty of ice, spot on.
Lovely. For me, summer is cider season. I'll drink anything pretty much. But my local pub has just had one in called Strudel Doodle. That was fantastic. So if you can find that, then I'm going to say the word. I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll have to look out for that. Anyway, sorry mate, I'm going to have to hop off now. The wife's booked us on a guided tour of some monuments or something, so...
Then I guess that's it for today. Since our autumn update went down so well last year, we intend to do the same thing this year. So we'll speak to you all again in a couple of months. But for now, I've been Ioan.
I've been Geoff.
And this has been the New Recommender on Starham Sound. The New Recommender is a high-quality content production. Executive produced by Ioan Morris and Geoff Roberts. Sound editing by Dave PA. Our theme is 2 for 1 Cocktails by Ramen Shackle.